Hello and welcome back to a decisive Game 3 here in the TCL playoffs between your Victoria Generals and the visiting Texarkana Twins. The Generals were able to force this Game 3 after a commanding 9-1 win in last night's ball game. These two teams are playing for the right to travel to College Station tomorrow night to play the Brazos Valley Bombers for all the marbles in the TCL Championship. First, the starting lineup for the visiting Twins, leading off and playing center field, number 5, Reese Durand. Batting second and playing second base, number 18, Ryan Randall. Batting third, playing first base, number 22, Lee Thomas. Batting cleanup and playing third base, number 27, J.J. Flores. Batting fifth, the designated hitter tonight for the Twins is number 16, Christian Bolware. The shortstop, number 7, Mike Mineta. Catching tonight for the Twins is number 33, Harrison Ingstrom. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 10, Hudson Hopkins. And rounding out the Twins lineup is number 4, Matt Casamas, who's playing left field, as the Twins will be led by their starting pitcher, number 30, Brock Booker. Now the starting lineup for your Victoria Generals, leading off and playing center field, number 44, Tanner Roach. Batting second, playing left field, number 8, Kobe Potvin. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 7, Peyton Robertson. Batting cleanup and doing the catching tonight for the Generals is number 5, Marshall Skinner. The second baseman, Zach Vuletich. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 99, Kyle Moose. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 52, Ryan Flores. Reese Johnson playing third base, and Jonathan Tapia playing right field, as the Generals will be led by my roommate, number 14, Max Page, as the Generals are looking to clinch a spot in the TCL Championship tonight and what will be their last home game of the summer.
Yes, sir, Judson. And Max Page so far this summer has played in 6 games, started one of them with a 2-0 record with 16 2/3 innings pitched, struck out 21, walked only 10, when tallied a 2.7 ERA. Let's see if he can keep that down tonight.
The first pitch to Reese Duran misses up and in, and we're underway here from Riverside Stadium. Another hot one tonight.
Absolutely, Judson. It is pretty toasty out here. Didn't stop the fans from packing out this ballpark.
1-0 pitch lifted into deep right field. Jonathan Tapia ranging back. It looks like it's actually going to be Tanner Roach near the wall that makes the play. Good beat on that ball by Tanner Roach, and that's a long out number 1 here for the Generals. In the top half of the first, as that'll send up the second baseman, number 18, Ryan Randall.
Yeah, Ryan Randall last night not able to get a hit, going 0 for 4 last night. Let's see if Max Page can make it 0 for 5, Judson.
We will have to see. Max Page, a left-handed pitcher, attends University of Texas. Tyler pitches primarily from the stretch, as the first pitch to Ryan Randall misses upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 your count.
Yeah, and a little bit of a surprising move as the Generals are starting to get a little low on pitchers, as Max Page usually pitches out of relief.
1-0 pitch is swung on and found straight back for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike your count. And yeah, as Patrick was saying, only Max's second start of the summer, and his last start against the Brazos Valley Bombers, he was terrific, striking out 9 over 6 innings in what would be a Generals 5-2 win. We'll see if he can have similar success here. It's the 1-1 pitch, grounded hard to the third baseman, Reese Johnson, who makes a diving play, gets up and throws a strike across in time for out number 2. 2 hard hit balls here in the first inning, but 2 outs for the Twins, as that'll send up the first baseman, number 22, Lee Thomas, with 2 outs and nobody on.
Yeah, what a play right there by Reese Johnson at third base. And Lee Thomas last night going 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a walk. Let's see if Max Page can keep Lee's bat quiet tonight. It's going to be a key point for the Generals.
So first pitch to Thomas is in there for strike number 1. Max Page throws a first pitch strike for the first time here tonight on his third batter. He gets ahead of Lee Thomas, no balls and a strike.
Yeah, you think he was taken all the way right there?
Quite possibly, as the 0-1 pitch. Slider swung on and missed strike 2, and that's Max Page's out pitch right there. Has a very nasty slider, especially to left-handed hitters. We'll see if he can use that effectively tonight.
Yeah, he should be able to use it effectively. And this umpire behind the zone, known to expand it a little bit, especially with that off-speed slider.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Max Page works a quick 1-2-3 inning to start off the ball game. We head to the bottom of the first, tied at 0. Leading off to begin the ball game for the Generals is going to be number 44, Tanner Roach, as he's facing a big right-handed pitcher for the Twins, number 30, Brock Booker.
Yeah, and big is kind of an understatement. Tanner Roach not the smallest guy at all, and Booker definitely towers over Tanner Roach. And
definitely an intimidating figure to look at while in the box. We'll see if the Generals can have some success on him tonight, as the first pitch from Booker is in there for strike one. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, Tanner last night going 0 for 4 with a run scored, able to reach on an error, also struck out once. See if he can pick up where he did not leave off.
0-1 pitch, grounded up the middle, could be a base hit, and it is off the glove of Mineta. Tanner Roach gets things started here for the Generals with a base hit up the middle, as that's going to send up the left fielder, number 8, Kobe Potvin. Great speed on first base here for the Generals, just the start they were looking for.
Yes, sir, absolutely just the start they were looking for indeed. And that brings up the Generals' Offensive Player of the Year, Kobe Potvin, who was 2 for 5 last night, able to score a run and get an RBI in.
So he's got a big hole on the right side here with Lee Thomas holding on Tanner Roach. Going to be important for Brock Booker to mix up his looks to keep this Generals run game steady, as that ball's bounced to the shortstop. He's out at second base. No chance to get the speedy Potvin at first. So Kobe Potvin grounds into a fielder's choice on the first pitch he sees, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little surprised Kobe Potvin didn't try to lay down a bunt down the third base side, as they got a bigger guy on third base and not very mobile. He's recently had some knee surgery he has to come off of, so I'm a little surprised Kobe Potvin didn't try and pick on him a little bit.
As that'll send up the shortstop, number 7, Peyton Robertson, with 1 on and 1 out, as he does show bunt but pulls it back on a curveball that misses downstairs. A good block behind the plate by the catcher tonight, Harrison Ingstrom. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up Peyton, as you said. He went 1 for 4 last night, able to draw a walk and score a run in his 4 plate appearances.
The 1-0 pitch, another curveball. This one misses just off the plate for ball 2. Peyton Robertson in a hitter's count here, ahead in the count 2-0.
Yeah, definite hitter situation. Not the situation you want to be in if you're Booker, but a great situation to be in if you're Peyton.
2-0 pitch. In there on the outside corner for strike 1. Looked to be the same exact spot as the curveball. Booker got the call there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Moves the count.
Yeah, that was definitely a pitcher's pitch, not one you want to swing at 2-0. Nevertheless, you're still in a good hitter's count right here, 2-1. Nothing to be worried about.
That 2-1 pitch skips up there. Another good block by Harrison Ingstrom. Ball gets away from Lee Thomas momentarily, but he's able to recover as Kobe Potvin dives back in safely on the back pick there, and Peyton Robertson gets ahead here, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, if you're Peyton right here, you just got to be patient. You got to look for your pitch. First couple hitters for the Generals kind of chased a couple fastballs, hit a few ground balls to the shortstop. If you're Peyton, you just got to see if you can get your pitch.
So that 3-1 pitch is ripped into left field. Could be trouble for the left fielder Casamus as he heads all the way back to the wall and makes the play near the warning track. Kobe Potvin races back to first and allowed out number 2 there for the Generals. Tough luck for Peyton as that sends up the catcher number 5, Marshall Skinner, with 2 outs and 1 on.
Yeah, but like I mentioned, that was a really good job by Peyton, at least to get his pitch, even though he did miss it just barely. Still a good swing, got a lot of good wood on that. And Marshall Skinner comes up to the plate. He went 2 for 4 last night, able to get a couple RBIs and a run scored.
As the first pitch to Skinner misses off the plate for ball 1. 1-0 now to Skinner as he looks to drive a gap and bring home the first run of the ball game.
Marshall Skinner definitely has a lot of pop in his bat ever since he's joined the Generals. He's been in the 4-hole.
So that pitch is grounded to the second baseman, Randall, who's going to throw to first base in time for out number 3. Generals get 1 hit in the inning. Nothing comes of it. We head to the top of the second, still tied at 0. Leading off here in the top of the second inning for the Twins is going to be the third baseman, number 27, J.J. Flores, as Max Page was able to work a scoreless 1-2-3 top of the first. We'll see if he can do the same here in the second.
Yeah, J.J. Flores last night, the Generals were able to keep his bat quiet. He went 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts.
First pitch to Flores is popped into shallow left field. Peyton Robertson
That might
headed
be
out.
trouble.
It might be trouble, and it is trouble. It falls down in the triangle right there. That ball was in the air for a long time. Kobe Potvin was playing really deep out there in left field, and it fell in the little triangle right there between the shortstop, left fielder, and center fielder. So the Twins have their first hit of the night. A bloop hit out to left field will bring up the designated hitter, number 16, Christian Boulware.
Yeah, it's just Tanner Roach and Kobe Potvin were playing really deep, and it was just hit in the middle of everybody. Nothing really you can do on that.
So first pitch to Boulware misses down and in for ball one. 1-0 the count as Max Page looking to get a ground ball right here, possibly turn two.
Yeah, and Christian Boyer last night going 2 for 3, able to draw a walk, also had an RBI to his total.
The 1-0 pitch misses just up and outside for ball two, so Boulware's in a real hitter's count here. 2 balls and no strikes.
Unfortunate situation for Max Page. He makes a good pitch. Not a lot of solid contact when JJ came up, and then now he falls behind 2-0.
Make that 3-0 as that fastball misses down and in, and Max Page is in a bit of trouble here behind in the count to Christian Boulware, 3-0.
Let's see if Max Page can settle down and battle back right here.
So 3-0 pitch is in there right down the middle. Taking all the way was Boulware. Count moves to 3 balls and a strike. Still a hitter's count here for Christian Boulware. We'll see if Max Page can make a good pitch here.
Yeah, definitely. Still a hitter's count, but if you're Max Page, you feel a lot better after throwing 3 straight balls. You're able to get that one right in the middle of the zone.
A 3-1 pitch is popped up into left field. Kobe Potvin ranges back. It looks like it's going to be Tanner Roach that calls him off and makes the play for out number 1. Kobe Potvin might be having some trouble out there with the sun. Didn't look like he saw that one very well off the bat, but Max Page comes back to get a fly out here for out number 1, as that'll send up the beer batter as well as the shortstop, number 7, Mike Mineta.
Yeah, and Mike Mineta last night going 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts to his total. And if he strikes out right here, I'm sure this packed house will go crazy, as it'll be 2 for 1 draft beers on the Compadre Design party deck and $2 off beer on the third base party deck.
So he shows bunt. Bunts it foul for strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. A lot of credit to the starting pitcher last night for the Generals, number 17, Gabe Sekura, as he was able to keep this Twins lineup at bay, giving up 1 run in the first and throwing up zeros after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job to settle down if you're Gabe.
0-1 pitch, bunted out again. Max Page fields it cleanly, throws to first, a little low. Nice play there by Flores as Mineta sacrifices himself there, and the Twins will have a runner on second base now. 2 outs for their catcher, number 33, Harrison Engstrom.
And Harrison Engstrom last night having a tough night in the field as he amounted to a few errors at third base. He's back behind the plate tonight. And last night with the stick in his hand, he went 1 for 4, also struck out once.
As Max Page steps off here to regroup. Harrison Engstrom ambushed a first pitch fastball in his first at-bat last night and drilled it up the middle. Got to be careful here. Don't want to let the Twins get on the board first. It's the first pitch here to Engstrom. Misses downstairs for ball 1. Not a bad pitch there as Page falls behind 1-0.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad pitch at all. Definitely a good start to the at-bat, even though it did miss just a little bit. You definitely don't want to groove one right here to this guy, and you want to keep this ball game tied and let your guys get a second chance to hit.
The 1-0 pitch swung on a bit late there was Engstrom as he fouls one into the parking lot for strike number 1. Count evens up here, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Max Page almost able to work out of this little jam he almost has himself in with J.J. Flores at second base. And 2 outs here.
It's the 1-1 pitch. is a fastball. Looked like a two-seamer that stayed away for ball 2. Harrison Engstrom ahead in the count here. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And it looks like Hudson Hopkins, the right fielder, is waiting on deck for the Twins. Let's see if Max Page can get Engstrom out before we have to see Hopkins.
It's a 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 2. Good comeback there for Page as Engstrom's late again. Count moves to 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2's across the board here. 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Twins threatening. J.J. Flores with a leadoff single. A fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. Great call there by me. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Still tied at 0. Leading off the bottom of the second inning here for the Generals is number 16, Zach Vuletich.
Yeah, Zach last night going 1 for 4, also able to draw a walk, had an RBI in that hit, and able to score 2 runs as well.
Marshall Skinner and Zach Vuletich had back-to-back triples in a big 5th inning for the Generals as they were able to score 5 runs and take the lead, which was plenty of runs enough. So that first pitch missed inside for ball 1, and the second pitch just misses downstairs for ball 2. A couple close pitches here for Brock Booker, but Zach Vuletich finds himself ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes.
And then in this decisive game 3, we have 3 umpires as well. First time this summer we've had 3 umpires at home.
It's the 2-0 pitch. Looked like the worst of the 3 pitches, but it's called a strike by the home plate umpire. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count.
Is it safe to say that we have the Angel Hernandez of home plate umpires behind the plate tonight?
It's a safe assumption so far. We'll see what happens throughout the remainder of the ball game as Zach Vuletich calls time there as Brock Booker comes set. Readjusts his batting gloves and is back ready in the box now, awaiting a 2-1 pitch. The 2-1 pitch skips up there for ball 3. Another hitter's count here for a General. 3 balls, 1 strike to Vuletich.
Let's see if Vuletich gets a hit right here.
3-1 pitch is ripped into right field. Hopkins ranges back and makes the play over his shoulder. Generals squaring the ball up here early. Nothing to show for it so far as Zach Vuletic lines out to right for the first out here in the second inning. And that'll send up the designated hitter, number 99, Kyle Moose, with with one out and nobody on.
Yeah, and that brings up the fan favorite Kyle Moose. Last night he went 1 for 4, also struck out, but he definitely can get something started here with one out with Ryan Flores following behind him.
So the first pitch to Moose is fouled straight back. Just missed that one as he falls behind. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that, with his big arm and then Kyle Moose's powerful bat, you really want to see him almost go to right center field right here. That gap is looking pretty big.
0-1 pitch, looped into center field. Going to be a tough play for the charging center fielder who makes a diving play. Wow, what a catch.
Yeah, that was a great grab.
Reese Durand out there, fully extended, makes a diving play for the second out here in the second inning. Got to tip your hat on that one. That was quite the play, as that'll send up the first baseman, number 52, Ryan Flores, with 2 outs now in the second.
Yeah, that was a great grab by Reese Durand in center field. It was more toward left center field. He had to run a little bit and then ended up laying out fully extended to make that sliding grab.
As the first pitch to Ryan Flores misses off the plate for ball one. 1-0 now to a dangerous Generals hitter here, Ryan Flores.
Yeah, Ryan going 1 for 4 last night. Let's see if he can get in the hit column tonight.
So that curveball misses outside for ball 2. And another hitter's count here. 2 balls, no strikes, the count.
Ryan Flores definitely has a little bit of pop, and if he can get a hold of one, I wouldn't be surprised.
So 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back. Looked to be a bit late on that one. 2 balls and a strike now the count.
Ryan Flores leading the team in home runs with 5 on the season.
As that 2-1 pitch looked like another off-speed pitch that misses inside for ball 3. Ryan Flores in the driver's seat here, ahead in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. We'll see what he gets to hit here. So 3-1 pitch misses downstairs for ball 4, and the Generals have a 2-out base runner here as Ryan Flores draws a 2-out walk, and that'll send up the third baseman, number 6, Reese Johnson.
And your answer, Justin, to your question was nothing. You didn't get anything to hit right there. And Reese Johnson last night going 1 for 3. Let's see if he can keep his hot bat going and get Ryan Flores hopefully to third base or even around to score right here.
So first pitch from Booker, a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 now to Reese Johnson. So that looked like a quick pitch there from Brock Booker. Not entirely sure he came set.
Yes, dude, definitely working kind of fast.
0-1 pitch, swung on, foul tip for strike 2. Reese Johnson chased that one up and away. Just does get a piece of it, but falls behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Reese ran, decent hitter with 2 strikes on him. Right here, all you got to do is just choke up, try and get something in play, and then hopefully beat it out if it's on the ground.
It's the 0-2 pitch, swung on, grounded softly toward the first baseman, Lee Thomas, covering his Booker, and he wins the race to the bag for out number 3. Nothing going here for the Generals in the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third in a scoreless ball game, 0-0. Leading off here in the top of the third inning for the Twins, the right fielder, number 10, Hudson Hopkins, as Max Page is back to work the third inning.
And Hudson Hopkins last night going 0 for 3. Max Page making quick work of these Twins hitters thus far. Let's see if he can keep it going right here in the top of the third inning.
So the first pitch to Hopkins is in there on the inside corner for strike one. 0-1 the count now on the Twins right fielder, who's made a couple nice plays out and right so far this series.
Absolutely, he's definitely flashing the leather a little bit.
That 0-1 pitch misses just downstairs for ball one. Count back to even here, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, let's see if Max can battle back right here and get ahead of Hopkins.
1-1 pitch smashed into left
That's
field.
gone.
That ball's long gone. Hudson Hopkins takes a 1-1 fastball right down the middle and deposits it over the left field wall for the first run of the ball game here. The Twins' second hit of the game is a big one as they take a 1-0 lead now over the Generals.
Yeah, that was smashed, Judson. There's no doubt about it. It ended up going over the scoreboard. That was absolutely crushed.
We'll see if Max Page can regroup here as he'll face the 9-hole hitter, number 4, Matt Casamus.
Yeah, Casamus last night going 0 for 2, able to walk, also struck out twice in those 2 plate appearances that counted.
It's the first pitch to Casamus, misses outside for ball one. 1-0 the count.
It's going to be huge right here to see if Max Page can battle back after giving up that home run and then throwing a ball to the first pitch of this at-bat.
So that one smashed down the right field line, but just foul, as that one slides past the glove of Ryan Flores for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count.
Yeah, a little surprised that first base coach didn't flash his hands right there. Last night we saw him make a couple nice plays on the first base side.
The 1-1 pitch looked like a changeup, grounded to the first baseman. Flores bobbles it for a little bit, flips to Max Page covering, and it's not in time.
Oh, no.
Casamus slides in, and they're going to call him safe there. Page couldn't believe it.
I can't either. That was
Infield umpire had a good look at that one. Tough to imagine he made the wrong call there. So the Twins have a runner on first base now. Nobody out for the leadoff man, number 5, Reese Duran.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising right here. And Reese Durand coming up after flying out in his first at-bat.
So he shows bunt, can't get it down. Bunts a slider foul for strike 1. 0-1 the count.
And they marked it down as an error, but I think you got to mark it as a hit because I don't even think if Ryan Flores fields that cleanly that Max Page is able to get over there because he didn't miss a beat going over there. Going over to first base, that is.
The 0-1 pitch bunted out again, pulled back in there on the outside corner for strike 2. Nice comeback here from Max Page as he gets ahead of the Twins leadoff hitter. No balls and 2 strikes.
And that's a little unfortunate for the Twins. As it looked to be a little bit outside, but home plate umpire said it was a strike, and now we're down 0-2 right here.
0-2 pitch. Time is called. Late time called there as Max Page went ahead and threw the pitch. The runner was stealing on the play, but he'll head back to first as there's no pitch there.
And the third base coach for the Twins is hollering down at the home plate umpire saying, why do you have to go back? Home plate umpire says, your boy called timeout.
Tough break there for the Twins as Casamus had that bag stolen easily. We'll see what the 0-2 pitch is to come now. So it's a fastball that just misses off the plate. A good spot there. Count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I wonder if that missed up instead of out. It looked like the pitch that Reese Duran tried to pull back on was actually in that same spot, or just a little bit lower maybe.
It's the 1-2 pitch again. Swung on ground to the shortstop. Could be two. Peyton Robertson takes it himself to the bag for one. The throw back across is not in time. Reese Duran beats it out. Couple close calls here in the third inning have not gone the Generals' way, as that'll send up the two-hole hitter, the second baseman, number 18, Ryan Randall, with one on and one out.
Yeah, and these Generals fans a little upset about it, as was Peyton Robertson. But to me, from up here, it looked like he did beat that one out, actually. And we have now 2 outs.
1 out.
1 out, I'm sorry, in the top of the third inning.
First pitch to Randall. Runner takes off, and it's a hit and run. Perfectly executed. Duran's going to get all the way to third base. Again, soft contact for the Twins, but it finds a hole. And they've got him first and third. Only 1 out here in the third for their big 3-hole hitter, number 22, Lee Thomas.
Yeah, Lee Thomas striking out in his first and only plate appearance tonight. And it looks like Coach Oros is going to be making a slow walk out to the mound. Nothing going for the Generals bullpen right here. Let's just see how Coach Oros talks to Max Page.
Max Page going to try to limit the damage here. 1 out, runners on the corners for the Twins. Lee Thomas at the plate. Struck out in his first and only plate appearance so far tonight. Good speed on first and third for the Twins here. The first pitch to Thomas is swung on and missed for strike one. Big swing there from Thomas as he was trying to hit the Twins' second home run of the inning. Came up empty and falls behind 0-1.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to take all the wind out of the General's sail right there, as he was definitely swinging for the fence, trying to make this a 4-run ball game instead of a 1-run ball game.
Pick to first is not in time as Randall gets back easily. 0-1 still the count here as Max Page is looking for a ground ball, possible double play here.
Yeah, you're definitely looking for a ground ball double play up the middle to either Vuletic or Robertson.
So 1 pitch is grounded to the second baseman. Could be two. Vuletic waits on it. Flips the shortstop in time for one. The throw back to first is not in time as it gets under the glove of Ryan Flores, and it would have been in time had Flores been able to make the play there. Tough luck there for Max Page as he gets exactly what he wanted there. Generals defense unable to come up with the play as the Twins take a 2-0 lead now here in the top of the third.
Yeah, definitely some shoddy defense for the Generals as they've had what amounts to 2 errors this inning, and 2 runs have kind of come about with it.
As the first pitch there to J.J. Flores is in there for strike one. 0-1 now to the Twins' big third baseman.
Yeah, this is one of the hottest bats on the Twins as well. You definitely want to keep his bat quiet.
So that 0-1 pitch misses down and away for ball one. Count even here, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lee Thomas stands on first base after grounding into an RBI. Fielder's choice. We'll see what the 1-1 pitch is here. Fastball popped up on the infield. Page is calling it and makes the play for out number 3. Tough inning there for the Generals as they fall behind at 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Leading off here in the bottom of the third inning for the Generals is number 12, Jonathan Tapia. As the Generals look to get those 2 runs back here and get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Tapia last night came up to the plate 4 times, able to draw 2 walks, and also went 2 for 2, scoring 2 runs and added an RBI to that total.
As that curveball misses downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 now to Jonathan Tapia as he looks to get something started here out of the 9-hole and flip it back to the top of the Generals' order.
Yeah, you need Tapia to get something started right here. One of the hottest hitters for the Generals, and if he gets on, it'll lead to the top part of your order. Looking pretty good if he can get on.
So the curveball misses downstairs for ball 2. She's way ahead in the count here, 2-0. Got to look for your pitch right here, nothing else. The 2-0 pitch from Booker misses out.
Oh,
wow. A delayed strike call there from the home plate umpire. And the count moves to 2 balls and a strike.
Come on, Angel.
It looked like Harrison Ingstrom. Well, excuse me, it looked like Brock Booker missed his spot there. And again, a very late call by the home plate umpire. Gets Booker back in the count here. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, you gotta not call that.
The 2-1 pitch looked to be the same exact spot. Misses. I guess we're going to say it missed a little high. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Jonathan Tapia.
What? How was the other one called a strike? I'm so confused.
Shaky start for the home plate umpires. The 3-1 pitch misses down and away for ball 4. Good start here for the Generals as Jonathan Tapia draws a leadoff walk, and we send it back to the top of the Generals' order with number 44, Tanner Roach, stepping to the plate.
And it didn't seem like it mattered, except it makes the pitcher for the Twins, Booker, throw an extra pitch, I guess, and it brings up Tanner Roach with the speedy Tapia on first base, and the speedy Tanner Roach on the stepping into the box. Excuse me.
Would not be surprised to see Tanner try to bunt for a hit here.
Not at all.
As the first pitch from Booker is taken in there for strike 1 on the inside corner. 0-1 now to Tanner Roach.
Roach gets his sign from Coach Oros over there. Definitely has something on. Tanner Roach looks like he acknowledges a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a bunt or maybe a hit and run right here.
So the pick, the first, is not in time. Jonathan Tapia dives back in safely, and we'll reset here. Tanner behind in the count, 0-1.
Yeah, Tapia does a great job of getting in the pitcher's head, bounces around a lot, and you got to pay attention to him because he's got some wheels.
A fake steal by Jonathan Tapia. Harrison Ingstrom thought about a throw behind, decides better of it, and Tanner evens up the count here, 1 ball and 1 strike. This will be a great time to put a hit and run on here, especially with somebody like Tanner Roach. It's great at making contact, just got to hope he can put it on the ground here.
Absolutely, and Tanner Roach, one of the best hitters that we have on this team.
1-1 pitch is popped up on the infield. Lee Thomas should have an easy play, and does, for out number 1. Not what you wanted to see there from Tanner Roach as he pops out to first base for the first out here in the third inning, as that'll send up the left fielder, number 8, Kobe Potvin, with 1 on and 1 out.
Yeah, but the good news about getting Tapia on to lead off the inning is we have our 2, 3, and potentially 4 hitter coming up to hopefully get the Generals on the board here in the bottom of the third inning.
First pitch to Potvin's taken on the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count as Kobe grounded into a fielder's choice, and his first and only at bat so far tonight.
Yeah, that was a really good pitcher's pitch, just straight on the black. Engstrom didn't have to move at all, just caught it, stuck it, and it was a called strike. Let's see if Potvin can start something off.
0-1 pitch is in there. Looked like a changeup on the inside corner for strike 2 as Kobe quickly falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, not the start you want if you're Kobe Potvin. A couple pitches that you don't really want to swing at. Now you're down in the hole 0-2 as Booker picks off Tapia, or attempted to Tapia in there safely.
We'll see if Kobe Potvin can do it with 2 here. It's the 0-2 pitch. Misses upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Cubby Potvin. Jonathan Tapia still stands on first after a leadoff walk.
Yeah, Kobe Potvin definitely needs to get a base hit right here and get Peyton Robertson up.
Jonathan Tapia with another fake steal. This one bounces up there, and Kobe's got the count back to even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got to keep working the pitch count here as the Twins, from what I've been told, do not have too many arms left in the bullpen. We'll see if the Generals can keep working the pitch count here. The 2-2 pitch misses up and away, ball 3. So Kobe Potvin goes from down 0-2 to running this count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I'd be shocked if Jonathan Tapia wasn't on the move here.
Yeah, and like you said, Judson, not too many arms left for the Twins. They only brought 19 guys down here, and they have a couple backups for every position. So we'll call it maybe 6 total arms that they brought.
As the pickoff to first was not in time, Tapia dives back in safely, and we're ready for a payoff pitch here. The pitch misses down and in, ball 4. Kobe Potvin with a great at-bat there, works a walk, and that'll send up the shortstop, number 7, Peyton Robertson.
Yeah, it's huge. That's absolutely massive that Kobe was able to bring it up. Bring up that walk. As Peyton Robertson comes up, almost got a hold of one back in the first inning. He just missed his pitch. Let's see if he can drive something to the outfield right here and score a couple runs.
As the curveball misses outside for ball 1, 1-0 the count. And yeah, if Peyton can drive a gap right here with the speed on the bases for the Generals, they could potentially tie the ball game here. Got to hit one in the gap first. We'll see what Peyton gets ahead in the count, 1-0. Inside move back to second, and Jonathan Tapia, not going anywhere, retreats back safely.
Yeah, inside move. Definitely not looking to throw, as Potvin is really good at getting in these pitchers' head.
As that fastball looked to be right down the middle, Peyton Robertson took it for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea right there if you're Peyton, just watching until he throws you a strike, because he threw 5 straight balls up until that point. And now we got a 1-1 count, and Peyton Robertson should have the green light potentially, but he also has some speed and the ability to put a bunt down.
He pulls bunt back there as that fastball misses way away for ball 2. Ahead in the count here, 2 balls and a strike. And yeah, if Peyton can get a bunt down the third baseline, going to be a tough play for the pitcher, Booker, as J.J. Flores has to stay near the bag at third with a runner on second base.
Let's see if Peyton squares around again.
2-1 pitch, a curveball, and it was a good one. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Booker evens up the count here, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the General shortstop, number 7, Peyton Robertson. Let's see if he can battle just like Kobe Potvin did in his previous at-bat. It's a 2-2 pitch from Booker. Another curveball. This one grounded sharply to the shortstop, Mineta, who flips to second in time for 1. The throw back to first is in time for out number 3. Generals ground into a 6-4-3 double play to end the threat here in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the 4th, trailing 2-0. Leading off the top of the fourth inning now for the Twins, number 16, Christian Boulware.
And Christian, in his last plate appearance, flew out to left center field. Tanner Roach able to make a nice grab, range in all the way over there to get it.
It's the first pitch now to Boulware. Misses downstairs for ball one. 1-0 now to a guy that's been a very tough out so far this series for the Generals.
Yeah, well said. He's definitely had the hot hand, to say the least, tallying a lot of their hits.
The 1-0 pitch misses up and away of ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Yeah, and it looks like Max Page struggling a little bit after giving up 2 runs in the last inning out.
2-0 pitch is in there. A good pitcher's pitch there. 2 balls and a strike as Boulware couldn't pull the trigger there.
Yeah, he thought about it. Different check swing right there as Max Page looks to deliver the 2-1.
And the 2-1 pitch grounded sharply toward the third baseman. A diving try by Reese Johnson as he comes up empty, and Christian Boulware has another hit in this series. And the Twins have another leadoff man on here for their shortstop, number 7, Mike Mineta.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to lay down another sack bunt right here. He did last time up, and would not be surprised if he tries to do it again.
And he does show bunt. Bunts it foul. Back off the screen for strike one. 0-1 now to Mineta.
Yeah, he's definitely going to try and sack bunt one over there to most likely the first base side, as Ryan Flores has to hold on Christian Boulware.
Another bunt shown. Pulls back. A good slider in there for strike two. 0-2 now on Mineta, and we'll see if the bunt's still on here or if the coach is going to let him swing away.
And it looks like he's going to have the chance to swing away. Good situation to be in if you're Page. Maybe get a ground ball double play right here. See what happens.
The 0-2 pitch. Another slider. This one lined up the middle. Peyton Robertson will flip the second in time. The throw back to first is in time for out number 2. A 6-4-3 double play erases the leadoff single for the Twins, and there's quickly now 2 outs here in the fourth for the catcher, number 33, Harrison Engstrom. A lot of bang-bang plays over there at first base tonight. A tough assignment so far for the first base umpire. Has had to make a lot of close calls. Now Page delivers the first pitch to Harrison Engstrom. A fastball lined right at the first baseman, Ryan Flores. And that's what you want to see from Max Page, bouncing back after a leadoff single. Works a quick fourth inning here. We head to the bottom half, trailing this one 2-0. It's going to be number 5, Marshall Skinner, trying to get things started here for the Generals against Brock Booker, who's been really solid so far tonight for the Twins. But as you'll recall, Mike McElmeal was also really solid for the Twins last night through 4 innings. Had a rough 5th. We'll see if the Generals can turn the script here and maybe make it a rough 4th inning for the Twins right-hander. It's the first pitch to Skinner, a check swing, but it's a called strike anyway on a curveball. On the outside corner, 0-1 now to Skinner.
Yeah, Marshall Skinner grounded out to second base in his only plate appearance so far. Let's see if he can drive one to the outfield right here.
So 1 pitch grounded up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Mineta, who lays out but can't make the play. Generals have another leadoff man on here to start the bottom of the 4th. Good sign there for the Generals as their hard-hit balls are starting to find some holes, hopefully, as that'll send up number 16, Zach Vuletic, who also hit the ball hard in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Vuletic ended up drilling one to deep right field, but the really tall Hudson Hopkins able to make the nice leaping grab. Used all of his length to get that one as Vuletic looks to drill another ball right here.
As the curveball misses upstairs for ball 1, 1-0 the count. We'll see if Zach Vuletic can hit another one into that right center gap where he found a triple in last night's ball game. Big gap out there. As that pitch misses away for ball 2, and he's in a great hitter's count here. Great opportunity. 2 balls, no strikes. Kyle Moose stands on deck for the Generals.
Yeah, good hitter situation if you're Vuletic right here. Let's see if he can get a fastball in the zone and drill one.
That 2-0 pitch misses downstairs for ball 3. 3-0 now to Vuletic, and he's in an automatic take position here, looking to give the Generals 2 runners on with nobody out.
Yeah, you're right. Definite take situation. Vuletic calls time. Looks like he has something in his eye, and he looks to be ready to go again right here, and we await the 3-0 yet again.
And the 3-0 is in there for strike 1 on the inside corner. A generous call there as Engstrom had to reach out and grab that one. 3 balls, 1 strike now the count. Vuletic still in the driver's seat here. Got to get his pitch.
Yeah, generous is one way to put it. That was definitely on the inner part of the plate. Let's see if Vuletic can get one to hit right here.
The 3-1 pitch is in there for strike 2, so Brock Booker, after falling behind 3-0, puts 2 straight fastballs in the zone and runs this count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch coming here to Vuletic.
Yeah, right. Big pitch right here to Vuletic. You definitely don't want to put it in the umpire's hands. You got to swing it really anything close.
So that pitch misses downstairs for ball 4. Zach Vuletic draws a walk, and the Generals do have runners on first and second with nobody out for the designated hitter, number 99, Kyle Moose, in what would seem to be an obvious sacrifice bunt situation. But we'll see what Coach Oros has on here. I'm not sure if Kyle Moose has done much sacrificing in his career. Has a big right-handed hitter, big swing, lots of power. We'll see if Coach Oros trusts him enough to let him swing it here, or if they're going to play for some runs.
It looks like Lee Thomas is going to be playing in.
He is bunting and gets it. A perfect bunt down the third baseline, but it squirts foul. Good idea there from Kyle Moose as he'll retreat back to the box behind in the count. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, that was almost a perfect bunt right on the line, but Kyle Moose just put enough spin on it and it hit foul just as the Twins looked that they were going to grab it and try and make a play on it. And the count goes to 0-1. Let's see if Kyle Moose tries to bunt again.
As Lee Thomas is expecting a bunt way in on the grass. The 0-1 pitch swinging away is Moose, but he takes a curveball on the outside corner for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. And Lee Thomas definitely going to have to show some respect for the possible swing now. So he's still playing way in on the grass. We'll see what Coach Oros has on here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Kyle Moose tries to bunt again right here.
He's not bunting. Check swing. They're going to say he went around for strike 2. Tough break there. Couldn't really tell from up here if he went around. Home plate umpire made the call, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Kyle Moose is going to have to choke up and protect with 2 strikes here, and be sure to bust it out of the box to avoid a double play on a ground ball.
Yeah, you definitely need at least a base hit right here. See if we can get on the board with Kyle Moose down 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch ground to the second baseman, could be 2. The flip to second in time for 1. The throw back to first in time for 2. And just what you didn't want to see if you're a Generals fan, Kyle Moose grounds into a 4-6-3 double play to erase 2 base runners here in the bottom of the 4th, as that'll send up number 52, Ryan Flores. Still a runner on third base here for the Generals, and we'll see if Flores can drive him in.
Yeah, and Ryan able to draw a walk in his only plate appearance so far, but he definitely can swing the bat. Let's see if he can get something going right here.
So the first pitch is grounded to the second baseman, Randall. Fields it cleanly. The throw to first is in time for out number 3. And the Generals let an opportunity slip away there, unable to score with 2 on and nobody out. We head to the top of the 5th, still trailing this one 2-0. Leading off for the Twins here in the top of the 5th inning is going to be number 10, Hudson Hopkins, who put the Twins on the board back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, Hudson Hopkins having himself a day, making a couple of nice grabs in right field. Also absolutely smashed one out of the ballpark for the first run of the ball game.
So it looks like he saw a changeup there from Max Page that misses downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 now to Hopkins. 1-0 pitch, misses away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now to Hudson Hopkins, and a dangerous pitch upcoming here for Max Page.
Yeah, you definitely can't groove another one. Max Page made a mistake facing Hopkins first time around.
The 2-0 pitch, I guess we're going to say it missed upstairs for ball 3. 3-0 now to Hopkins.
Yeah, that's what we're going to say, but we will never know. We're a little far away, but it looked like a strike from up here.
3-0 pitch, misses off the plate, ball 4. Wow. Max Page just got squeezed there on those last 2 pitches, and Hudson Hopkins draws a leadoff walk here as number 4, Matt Casamas, steps to the plate. 1 on, nobody out.
Casamas able to reach on an error in his first plate appearance. But like I said, this umpire draws some comparisons to Angel Hernandez of the major leagues.
We'll see if the bunt's on again here for the Twins. They've shown that they are really aggressive with the sacrifice bunt, as Casamas does show bunt and takes upstairs for ball 1. Max Page got to get back in the zone here. 5 straight balls for the lefty. Twins are trying to give you an out here. Got to let him do it, as he'll try to deliver a 1-0 strike here.
See, I think we should start keeping Ryan Flores back home when they try and bunt. That way you could maybe have an opportunity for a back pick if should the bunter miss.
Looks like Casamus is trying to get that bunt down the first baseline, however. And Casamus fouls that one away. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count.
Let's see if Max Page is able to get a double play right here, even if he bunts.
The 1-1 pitch, bunted out again, pulled back on a slider that misses off the plate for ball 2. 2-1 now to Casamus.
Yeah, 2-1 the count. Not definitely. Casamus is going to try and bunt again right here.
2-1 pitch, bunted out again. This one's popped up. Flores has a play at second, decides to go to first, and it is not in time. They call him safe at first base, so the Generals don't get anybody there. Nobody out now. Runners on first and second on what looked like a for sure out there. And Coach Orris is going to go have a word with the infield umpire, I believe, after that call.
It should be interesting to see what Coach Oros does, as he has been known to get tossed every once in a while if an umpire is being a little inconsistent.
Not much argument there from Coach Oros as he's going to walk back to the dugout. Generals in a tough spot here. Runners on first and second. Nobody out for the Twins leadoff hitter, number 5, Reese Durand, who is almost certainly going to bunt here.
Yeah, and Reese Durand so far tonight 0 for 2, able to reach on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat and ended up scoring a run as well. Scoring the second run of the ball game for the Twins. Let's see if we can get a couple outs right here on a potential bunt opportunity.
He is bunting, and he doesn't get it down as he fouls it into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. 0-1 now the count.
Looks like Ryan Flores for sure going to be charging as the runner is on second base. It's going to limit the ability of Reese Johnson to come and get that. It looks like Reese Johnson might be looking to come in a little bit if it's bunted hard enough over here, over to third base.
The 0-1 pitch, bunted out again. He gets this one down. A perfect bunt. Flores has one play, and it's to first, and it's in time for out number 1. A perfect sacrifice there from Reese Durand as the Twins set up here. Runners on second and third, only 1 out for their 2-hole hitter, number 18, Ryan Randall.
Ryan Randall so far tonight, 1 for 2, grounded out, and also has a single to his credit. Let's see if the Generals are going to pull their infield in, and they are. And it looks like they're going to try and cut this runner down at home should the runner try and take home plate on a ground ball straight to somebody.
And the first pitch to Randall, a curveball almost hit him for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the count.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised how much the Twins are bunting if they try and maybe do a safety squeeze at the very least, maybe even a suicide squeeze.
We'll see what Page comes back with behind in the count 1-0 here. Got to make some good pitches. Can't afford to get too much farther behind. It's the 1-0 pitch. Another curveball off the glove of Skinner. And they're going to say that one missed down and in for ball 2. 2-0 now to Ryan Randall. Dangerous situation here for the lefty Max Page.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely an incredibly tough situation. You got to now battle back from 2-0 with 2 runners on. Your team is already down by 2. You really got to gut up right here and at least try and get like a pop out or something in the infield.
So 2-0 pitch is swung on, popped foul. That one's going to get out of play for strike 1. Good comeback pitch there from Max Page as he gets back in the count as it moves to 2 balls and 1 strike.
See, you almost would rather have. I think you absolutely want a short pop up to the infield instead of a ground ball, and because it'll make sure that the runners stay even if the ball is potentially dropped. So I think you are looking for a nice little pop-up right here.
2-1 pitch, curveball swung on and missed. Nasty pitch there from Max Page, had Randall way out in front as the count evens here, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, now with the 2-2 count, infield drawn in, you definitely
looking for the strikeout here.
Absolutely, you definitely want to limit the damage right here, at the very least. Looking for another strikeout.
It's a 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses off the plate. Tried to surprise him with a heater there. Unable to hit the spot as the count runs full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think he was definitely probably thinking slider right there. It looked like his timing was a little bit off after seeing a couple sliders right there. I wonder if Max Page will come back with a heater, break him off again as we wait the 3-2.
The payoff pitch is a curveball that misses downstairs, ball 4. Nobody hurt there as there was a base open, as that's going to send up number 22, Lee Thomas. Bases loaded, 1 out in a big situation here for the Generals. Still nobody going in the Generals bullpen, as it's going to be up to Max Page to get out of this inning right now.
And like you said, it brings up Lee Thomas, who is able to reach on what's called a fielder's choice. Ryan Flores just not able to stretch far enough to get the ball as it missed under his glove on a potential double play opportunity his last time up.
We'll see if Page can make some big pitches here. Another ground ball could be a double play as the Generals are going to move their middle infield back.
Yeah, good idea. It looks like Ryan Flores is going to be playing back a little bit as well.
So the first pitch to Lee Thomas is in there. A curveball for strike 1. No balls and a strike now. To the big first baseman, looking for another ground ball to the second baseman. Hopefully complete that double play this time.
Yeah, let's see if we can get another ground ball from Lee Thomas. It'd be huge right here, Judson.
The 0-1 pitch, another curveball. This one misses away. Ball 1. Thomas wanted that one, was able to hold up as the count evens here, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and had Marshall Skinner set up a little bit more outside and not have to slide and go get it, I think it would have been a called strike.
Let's see what they're going to go with here. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball in there on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. As Page looking for a strikeout or a ground ball here. Either one would do. So we'll see what he comes back with here to Thomas.
And it's going to be a huge pitch right here for Max Page. Let's see if he can strike out Thomas or even get a ground ball.
The 1-2 pitch. Went with the fastball, struck him out, strike 3. Big pitches there for Max Page as he's now just 1 out away from working out a damage here. 2 outs, but that'll send up the Twins. One of the Twins' best hitters, number 27, J.J. Flores, in a big situation. Bases are still loaded. 2 outs now. Force at any base for the Generals. And you got to like the Generals' chances if they can get out of this jam unscathed.
Yeah, this is one of the hottest hitters on the lineup and arguably the hottest hitter on deck. You got to get out of this inning while you can.
A curveball's in there for strike 1. Max Page seeming to make his best pitches in the most stressful of situations as he gets ahead of Flores here. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, let's see if he can battle through this inning. Now 2 outs.
The 0-1 pitch. A changeup popped into left field. Didn't get all of that one as he was out on his front foot. Kobe popping back toward the wall and makes the play for out number 3. Max Page makes some huge pitches there. Escapes a bases loaded jam with only 1 out to give up 0 runs. We head to the bottom of the 5th, still trailing this one 2-0. going to be the third baseman, number 6, Reese Johnson, looking to get something started for the Generals here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. This is where the Generals made all the magic happen last night. A big 5-run 5th inning propelled them to a win. We'll see if they can do the same here as Reese Johnson shows bunt, and it hits him on the foot. A big break there for the Generals. That's a leadoff hit by pitch. I think that's the call at least. No, they're not. They're gonna bring Reese Johnson back. And they're going to have an umpires meeting here. This is a big call in the ball game. Right now the home plate umpire is calling it just a ball. Going to converse. Tough call there for Reese Johnson. I do believe that is going to be ball 1. So he is ahead in the count 1-0. But it looked like the Generals were going to have a leadoff man on here. So it's going to be 1-0 here on Reese Johnson. As he showed bunt there, looked like he got hit on the back foot. They're going to say it didn't hit him, so he's sent back to the box. 1-0 here as the Generals look to get another leadoff man on. Hopefully bring him around this time around. So the 1-0 pitch misses up and away for ball 2. Reese Johnson in the hitter's count here. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, Reese Johnson looking to get on base again, able to reach in his first time, drawing a walk, and then grounded out to the second baseman in his most recent plate appearance.
So the 2-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball in there, strike 2. Count evens now, 2 balls and 2 strikes as the fans let them hear it here. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reese Johnson going to have to look to protect here. The 2-2 pitch lined up the middle, going to be a tough play for Mineta, who fields it, slings it to first in time for out number 1. So it looked to be a leadoff runner for the Generals. Does not happen as Reese Johnson grounds out to the shortstop to lead off the 5th, as that'll send up the 9-hole hitter number 12, Jonathan Tapia. Nobody on, 1 away.
Yeah, and Tapia able to reach base, drawing a walk in his first plate appearance. Let's see if he can do it again and get on base and start a fire under this Generals offense that has been pretty dormant through this first 4 innings, really.
It's the first pitch to Tapia, misses downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 here to Jonathan Tapia. Top of the order looming on deck for the Generals.
I'll tell you, though, whoever comes out of this game a winner and has to go to College Station tomorrow to play the championship game, their offense is going to need to be a little bit more productive than these 2 offenses have been so far tonight.
As Tapia shows bunt and pulls back at the last second as that pitch misses downstairs. 2-0 now to Jonathan Tapia, and we'll see if he can have better fortune than Reese Johnson was able to, as Reese was also ahead in the count 2-0, but ended up grounding out to the shortstop.
Yeah, Tapia in a good hitter's count right here. Definitely looking for a fastball in your little zone, and if you can get it, you got to explode on it with your team down 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th.
The 2-0 pitch, another curveball. This one misses downstairs for ball 3. So Jonathan Tapia 1 pitch away now from drawing a 1-out walk, which would be his second of the ball game.
And if Tapia can get on base, definitely look for him to steal a bag or 2, as he has a lot of speed.
It's a 3-0 pitch, misses down and away for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Jonathan Tapia here from Booker, and that'll send up number 44, Tanner Roach. It's not like the Generals haven't had opportunities to tie this ball game up or even take the lead. Have yet to take advantage of those opportunities. We'll see if they can flip the script here with number 44, Tanner Roach, stepping to the plate.
Yeah, they've had runners on every inning, stranding at least one runner through the 4 innings that they've come up. We got to get one of them in right here.
So the first pitch to Tanner Roach is in there on the inside corner for strike one. As he falls behind in the count, no balls and a strike.
And Tanner Roach able to get a single up the middle his first at bat, and then popped out to the first baseman in his last at bat.
Jonathan Tapia takes off for second. Tanner Roach looked like a hit and run, grounds out to the pitcher. So Jonathan Tapia is able to advance to second base on the play. Tanner Roach grounds out 1-3 there, and that'll send up number 8, Kobe Potvin, with 2 outs and a runner on second base.
Now, Judson, with Kobe Potvin right here near Coach Oros, are you going to make him try and get a bunt down third base side with hit Kobe Potvin's speed, maybe try and bunt for a hit and advance Jonathan Tapia? I think it'd be a really good idea right here with Kobe Potvin's bunting ability.
It's the first pitch to Potvin's in there on the outside corner for strike one. 0-1 now to Potvin. We'll see if he can drive one into the outfield, possibly score Tapia from second, as the Generals need to get on the scoreboard here quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. They're running out of opportunities to get runners in.
The 0-1 pitch misses away, ball one. Count evens here, 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see if Kobe can get a pitch to hit right here. It's the 1-1 pitch. Bunted at, tried to push it down the third baseline, unable to get it down, so he falls behind 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, not really the best bunt right there, as it was a little late trying to pull around right there. Good idea with the 1-1 count. Now you got a battle right here with 2 strikes and a runner on second base with Kobe Potvin at the plate.
As that curveball stays outside, ball 2. Kobe Potvin moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if Kobe can come up huge here for the Generals.
We shall see, Judson.
The 2-2 pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. Lee Thomas says he has it and does for out number 3. Generals leave another man on base as we head to the top of the 6th, still trailing 2-0. A lot of baseball left to be played here. Generals got to keep the score where it is as they'll face number 16 Christian Boulware to lead off the top of the 6th. Max Page still pitching here for the Generals.
Yeah, and Christian Boulware able to get a single in his last at bat. 1 for 2 on the day.
So the first pitch here to Boulware misses downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, Boulware, a dangerous hitter, probably the hottest hitter for the Twins.
As that one misses just outside ball 2. 2-0 now to Boulware. Not quite sure where that one missed, as Page has fallen behind a dangerous hitter here, 2-0.
You think this umpire is squeezing us after Coach Oros had a few words with him last inning?
The 2-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Not after that call. 2 balls, 1 strike to count.
The key right here, I think it is the key if you're a hitter in this situation with this home plate umpire, is this umpire is consistently inconsistent.
So that fastball misses upstairs, ball 3. 3-1 now to Boulware. And Max Page does not want to have another stressful inning here. We'll see if he can get some soft contact on 3-1 here. As a 3-1 pitch. Grounded softly down the third baseline, but it's going to kick foul as the count runs full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2 count right here. One of the hottest hitters. I think you got to go with your best pitch, and you got to throw the fastball right here to Christian Boulware.
So we'll see what Page is thinking here as he's ready to deliver the payoff pitch. It's a fastball grounded slowly down the third baseline, but that's also going to kick foul as Boulware stays alive. And the count remains full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And our PA guy, Ash, is trying to get these Generals fans hyped up, playing a lot of upbeat music, trying to get these players and fans excited for this late inning ball game.
That's another payoff pitch. Misses way outside. Tried to go with a slider there. Doesn't come back around, and the Twins have another leadoff man on here for their shortstop, number 7, Mike Mineta.
Yeah, Mineta so far tonight, a couple ground balls. He had a ground ball to the the pitcher in his first at bat, and then also hit a double play in his most recent plate appearance.
We'll see if the Twins are going to try to sacrifice again here. Mineta has shown sacrifice bunt in his first 2 plate appearances. Another situation here where it could be on. So the first pitch from Page is showing bunt. Bunt back to the pitcher. The throw to first in time. Might have had a play at second, but Page took the for sure out at first. So Christian Boulware advances to second base on the sacrifice. Generals do get Mineta out at first. And Page will now face number 33, the catcher, Harrison Ingstrom, with a runner in scoring position and just 1 out.
Yeah, Page took the save out right there, but I think he really would have gotten him with a good throw to second base. Nevertheless, that brings up Ingstrom, who is 0 for 2 with a line out to Ryan Flores in his last at-bat. Also struck out once.
So the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. A fastball blew it by him. 0-1 the count.
Now, what are you thinking right here if you're Page right here, Judson? What are you throwing?
I think he might stick with the fastball right here. We'll see what he goes with. The 0-1. Curveball in there, strike 2. A nice backdoor curveball there. Gets him ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. And now can throw whatever pitch he wants to.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Judson. Now you have him completely guessing. You've thrown your fastball and your curveball both for strikes right here. He has no idea what's coming next. Let's see if Page can keep him guessing.
The 0-2 pitch. Fastball. This one ran away. Ball 1. Not a bad spot there as the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the Twins catcher.
Yeah, with a 1-2 count right here, that fastball just missed out. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back with a fastball right here.
The 1-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, looped into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It might score another run. The runner is coming home. The throw to home is up the line and not in time. Christian Boulware dives around the tag.
Hang on, there hasn't been a call yet.
And is in there safely.
The home plate umpire didn't signal safe.
I believe he did signal safe, as Christian Boulware did come around and touch the bag there, and that's going to be the end of the line for Max Page as he gives up an RBI bloop single there to Harrison Ingstrom, and the Generals now trail this one 3-0. We'll tell you more about the Generals relief pitcher when we come back.
And welcome back, Generals fans. It's going to be Jonathan Jimenez relieving Max Page. Jimenez so far this summer has pitched in 10 games, started 2 with a 1-0 record. He's tallied 31 innings with a 2.9 ERA, striking out 36 and walking only 17 as the first pitch to Hudson Hopkins is swung on and missed for strike number 1. Let's see if Jimenez can get out of this inning with only 1 run across. As that pitch is swung on and fouled straight back for strike number 2. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. 1 run across for the Twins as Jimenez has gotten off to a quick start. 0-2 on Hopkins right here. Hopkins tonight is 1 for 1 as that pitch misses upstairs. Count goes to 1-2. He hit that home run way back in the 3rd inning to start that big 3rd inning off for the Twins. He also walked in his last plate appearance, ended up getting stranded on 3rd base. As Jimenez steps off, Hopkins calls time. And now we await the 1-2 pitch.
And the 1-2 pitch is fouled back off the net as Hopkins stays alive here. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Jimenez, the homegrown Victoria talent, done a lot of relief work for the second half of the summer. A late joinee, hasn't been with us the whole year like some of these Generals. Nevertheless, he's done a lot of good work for us. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. Jimenez strikes out Hopkins for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Matt Casamis, who has reached twice on 2 errors tonight. Let's see if Jimenez can quiet this Twins offense after they've scored a run.
Important for Jimenez to try to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs. So the Generals are already down 3 here. Going to have to find a way to get on the board. So the first pitch to Casamis is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 the count.
And it's hard to say for the Generals that their bats aren't going right now. It's just unfortunate that they've gotten runners on every inning and just haven't been able to get anything done once they've got those runners on.
0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Jonathan Jimenez blowing away the Twins hitters right now with fastballs as he gets ahead of Casamis here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, 2-0, 0-2 count. I mean, back-to-back batters. Really good start for Jimenez. And let's see if he can finish this inning off with a good start.
Goes with the slider, freezes him on the inside corner, strike 3. Great job there by Jonathan Jimenez as he comes out of the pen and strikes out the first too many faces. Generals do give up a run here in the 6th. Got to get the bats going as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing 3-0. important bottom of the sixth inning here for the Generals as they're sending their 3, 4, and 5 hitters to the plate, trailing the Twins 3-0. And a winner-take-all Game 3 matchup here. The winner of this ball game will take on the Brazos Valley Bombers tomorrow night in the TCL Championship. If the Generals want to be in that ball game, they're going to have to get their bats woken up here. Only 2 hits so far through 5 innings, as Peyton Robertson will look to change that here.
And this is the guy that you want up in this situation, hopefully to jumpstart your offense, as that pitch was in there for strike number 1. Peyton Robertson so far tonight lined out to deep left center field and also reaching on fielder's choice in his last at-bat.
0-1 pitch looked to be a curveball. Good take there from Robertson as it misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, now your count.
Yeah, 1-1 count right here. One of the most dangerous hitters up in the TCL.
Another curveball swung on and missed, strike 2. Got to give a lot of credit tonight to Brock Booker, who has just shut down this dangerous Generals lineup through 5 innings, hoping that this 6th inning gives them some trouble here. Starts with Peyton Robertson, who's behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, changeup misses just upstairs. Close take there by Peyton Robertson. Gets the call and the count goes back to even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was a close call. I definitely would have been swinging if it were me, but there's a reason that Peyton's one of the best hitters in the TCL, and I'm up here in the booth.
2 balls, 2 strikes now the count, as Peyton Robertson was late on that fastball, able to get just enough of it to stay alive.
Yeah, that was a good job by Peyton to stay alive right there.
2-2 pitches, swung on and missed. Another curveball from Brock Booker as he sits down Peyton Robertson on strikes to begin the 6th inning. And that'll send up the catcher, number 5, Marshall Skinner, 1 out and nobody on.
Yeah, that curveball is absolutely devastating. Looks like the Generals are having a really hard time picking it up. Unfortunately, let's see if Marshall Skinner, who is 1 for 2 on the day, can get these Generals back on top of the sticks.
So that fastball misses in the other batter's box for ball 1. 1-0 the count here to Skinner as he looks to get something started with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch misses in the other batter's box again for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes the count. And that's been the case for a lot of Generals hitters tonight. They've gotten ahead in the count, but then Booker comes back with 2 straight good pitches. We'll see if something will change here as Marshall Skinner looks to drive a gap.
He's also ended up walking a couple guys and then ended up able to get out of the jam.
As Skinner grounds this one softly to the second baseman, Randall, who fields it to the side, makes the throw to first in time for out number 2. As the Generals can't get anything going so far here in the 6th, as they'll send their second baseman, number 16, Zach Vuletic, to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on.
And Zach Vuletic is going to have to do it with 2 outs here, as he has so many times this summer. He lined out to deep right field in his first at-bat, able to draw a walk in his most recent plate appearance.
So that pitch is ripped down the left field line, but just stays foul. Got a curveball in the inner half there. Just a bit too far out in front of it as he falls behind 0-1.
Big situation for Zach. One of the last plate appearances he's going to have tonight. He's got to get something going and let these Generals hitters behind him follow suit.
The 0-1 pitch misses, down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count.
And it's just been rough watching this high-powered offense just get shut down so far tonight. Only 2 hits tonight and a couple errors in the field. Not the game that you were hoping for the Generals, as that pitch missed inside and upstairs for ball number 2. 2-1 goes the count.
The 2-1 pitch to Vuletic is a fastball grounded right back to the pitcher. Booker going to run that one over to first and flip it in time for out number 3. Like so many other innings tonight, the Generals go quietly. We head to the top of the 7th, still trailing 3-0. Back out to pitch the top of the 7th inning, number 4, Jonathan Jimenez, as he'll face the 1, 2, and 3 hitters here for the Twins as number 5, Reese Durand, steps into the box.
Yeah, Reese Durand so far tonight able to reach base once, but 0 for 2 with a sac bunt and reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning.
As the first pitch from Jimenez runs just a bit outside for ball 1, 1-0 the count.
If you're Jimenez, you got to just keep throwing strikes right here, and you got to let your offense get going as that pitch misses up and in for ball number 2.
The 2-0 pitch now to Durand. A fastball misses down and in, ball 3, and this is the last thing you want to do if you're the Generals here, is give the Twins another free base runner here without having to swing the bat.
Yeah, a little bit surprising after Jimenez threw 6 straight strikes to strike out the 2 batters he faced in the top of the 6th as he ends up walking Reese Durand. And that brings up the second baseman, Ryan Randall, number 18, who is 1 for 2 on the day, able to single and draw a walk in his most recent plate appearance.
Would not be surprised if the sac bunt is again on here. The Twins, every time they've had a runner on first base tonight, have shown sac bunt. We'll see what Randall's thinking here. There's no bunt shown, and Jimenez throws a strike in there. 0-1 the count.
Good job by Jimenez to battle back right there. Able to throw a strike after throwing 5 straight balls. Randall may have been just taking after watching Jimenez throw 4 straight. You got to be careful. Watch the bunt attempt right here.
0-1 pitch, runner takes off for second, and it's popped up. Zach Vuletic heads out into shallow center. Going to be a tough play as he backpedals and does make the catch for out number 1. Twins try another hit and run there, which they were successful on earlier in the ball game. Randall unable to get that one on the ground as he flies out to second for the first out of the inning here, and that'll send up number 22, the first baseman, Lee Thomas, 1 on and 1 out.
And if you look at his stat line, you don't think much of him, but he's still one of the most dangerous hitters in this Twins lineup. So far tonight, he's 0 for 3, able to reach on a fielder's choice, but also has 2 strikeouts.
It's the first pitch to Thomas. Looked like a changeup, pulled the string there. A good one. No balls, 1 strike to count.
Yeah, that was definitely a disgusting changeup right there. It looked like Lee Thomas was way out in front right there, and now Jimenez in the driver's seat for this 0-1 count.
Good speed on first base for the Twins. We'll see if Durand is thinking about going here, and he does. He takes off on a slider. Good pitch to run on. Skinner's throw is not in time. Durand picked the right pitch to run on there as the slider did come back over the plate for strike 2, but Lee Thomas now has an RBI opportunity with a runner standing on second base. But he is behind in the count here, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a catch-22 right there if you're Skinner, because you want to make sure you catch that where it crosses the plate and as a strike, but you also kind of want to go get that to be able to throw out the runner right there. Nevertheless, it's 0-2 count, and here's the 0-2 pitch.
Looked like a changeup. This one stayed up. Thomas saw that one well. Works back the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And J.J. Flores, the third baseman tonight for the Twins, waiting on deck.
Definitely want to face him with 2 outs. If possible, here is the 1-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and Jimenez is just using that fastball really well tonight. Twins unable to catch up, as it's got to be a tough adjustment for these Twins hitters coming from a, I don't want to say slow, but a left-handed pitcher with not as much velocity as Jimenez. Now having to ramp up for a fastball, and Jimenez also has that nasty slider and changeup that he can go to in any count.
Absolutely. There's a reason he's struck out so many batters this season. In fact, he struck out now 39 batters through almost 33 innings of work.
As he'll have to face J.J. Flores with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position as he tries to get ahead with the slider there, but it misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And you can't leave a fastball over the middle of the plate right here for this guy, as he will make you pay. And a base hit here will almost definitely score another Twins run.
Yeah, and you also got to deaden the feet of Ryan Randall at second base. He's looking to get a really good secondary those last two pitches as that fastball missed upstairs and out for ball number 2. You want to keep his feet dead so he doesn't try and steal the third base right there.
We'll see if Jimenez can come back and make a couple good pitches here, as it wouldn't surprise me if he continues to pitch Flores backwards here with the slider. So he shakes off Skinner several times, finally has the pitch that he likes, and delivers a 2-0 pitch. Slider, check swing, did he go? Home plate umpire is going to say he didn't go.
Oh my gosh.
No appeal.
Wow.
Interesting decision there by the home plate umpire to not appeal that one.
That's laughable right there, Judson. He definitely tried to swing and hit that one for sure. It looked like he went about 3/4 of the way from up here. And now Jimenez falls behind 3-0.
The 3-0 pitch to Flores is in there for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Still can't groove him a fastball right here. We'll see if Jonathan Jimenez goes back to the slider. Christian Boulware, another dangerous hitter, stands on deck, however, for the Twins. So 3-1 pitch is a slider that misses downstairs for ball 4. J.J. Flores draws a 5-pitch walk with 2 outs here in the 7th. And the Generals will have to retire Christian Boulware in order to not give up any runs here in the 7th. We'll see how they attack him here.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to panic right here with 2 runners on. This is one of the best hitters for the Twins, so you honestly might want to try and expand the zone a little bit with your pitches, maybe walk him if at all necessary.
As Jonathan Jimenez decides to go right at Christian Boulware here with a fastball, and Boulware was way late, swings and misses for strike 1. 0-1 the count. We'll see what he comes back with here as he's ready to deliver an 0-1 pitch. Changeup, it looked like, maybe a 2-seam, popped up into shallow left field. Peyton Robertson drifts back and makes the play for out number 3. So Jonathan Jimenez is able to escape without giving up any runs here in the 7th. We head to the stretch. We need some runs here. Generals trailing 3-0. Brock Booker back out to work here in the bottom of the 7th. He's about to throw his 89th pitch of the ball game, and he'll face number 99 Kyle Moose to lead things off here. Generals down to their last 9 outs of the summer. Got to get something going here. Put a couple runners on, a big hit, get Booker out of the game, get to this Twins bullpen, which does not have much depth to it. It's the first pitch to Moose, skips up there for ball 1. 1-0 the count, and you got to think that at some point Brock Booker is going to start to feel the fatigue. Has pitched one heck of a game so far.
Absolutely, Judson, and he's got to start to feel it soon, but the Generals are going to have to make him throw more pitches as he's throwing his 90th pitch right there. It's in there for strike number 1. Count evens at 1. Kyle Moose so far tonight has lined out to the center fielder and made a heck of a play back in the second inning, laying out, and also grounded into a double play in his most recent plate appearance.
It's the 1-1 pitch skips up there for ball 2. 2-1 now to Kyle Moose, a hitter's count. Got to look to be on time on something here. Maybe get an extra base hit. Get this Generals dugout and the fans something to cheer about. It's the 2-1 pitch. It's a curveball swung on and missed as he swung at ball 3 there, and the count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that curveball is devastating. We've seen so many really good hitters for the Generals just swing out of their shoes on that nasty curveball. It has a lot of late break on it, and he hides the spin very well.
Time's called late. Brock Booker nearly hurt himself there on the plant foot. Not a good sight to see there, but he looks to be okay. It's Kyle Moose got the late time call there, and we'll reset here 2 balls and 2 strikes as Kyle looks to get something going here in the 7th. As the 2-2 pitch is swung on and ripped over the shortstop's head, and that's a good start here for the Generals as the left fielder is able to cut it off, bobbles it a bit. Moose is going to try to stretch it to 2, and is able to. Kyle Moose with a leadoff double here to start the bottom of the 7th inning, and that's what you want to see as a Generals fan. Some life now in the dugout as well as the crowd, and we'll see if number 52, Ryan Flores, can keep it going here. Great at bat there for Kyle Moose as he swung at a bad pitch. He knew it, stepped out, regrouped, got his pitch, lined it over the shortstop's head, and a little bit of a bobble out there by Casamas allowed him to move all the way up to second base. We'll see if Ryan Flores can do the same here. It's the first pitch to Flores is swung on, chopped toward the first baseman who gets it in foul territory. That's a break there as Ryan Flores rolled over one. Lee Thomas just barely got it in foul territory, so Ryan Flores is gifted at least another pitch here.
Yeah, Ryan Flores so far tonight 0 for 1, a ground out victim in his last at bat, able to draw a walk. Nevertheless, this is one of the most dangerous hitters in the Generals lineup. Unfortunately for him so far, nothing
He
going.
rips that one up the middle, and that could be the Generals' first run. They're going to send Moose around. He's trying to score. The throw is into second base, and the Generals are on the scoreboard here on a Ryan Flores RBI single. There are the Generals' bats that we've come to love. Ryan Flores smokes one up the middle. Kyle Moose scores all the way from second, and just like that, we've got a new ball game. 3-1, Twins still leading. Generals now send the tying run to the plate in the form of number 6, Reese Johnson.
And those fans here for the free ticket night, friend appreciation night, are going crazy as Reese Johnson steps into the box, and he looks like bunts, and it goes foul straight back. 0-1 is the count now.
Reese Johnson looked like he was trying to lay a bunt down there. A little bit surprising. We'll see what Coach Oroz has in mind here. A dangerous hitter in Jonathan Tapia stands on deck for the Generals, but want to keep this momentum going. Don't want to give the Twins any free outs here. So we'll see if Reese Johnson can work a good at-bat and get on base here. It's the 0-1 pitch, bunted out again. He gets this one down to the pitcher, who's going to go to first for the only play. And that's a sacrifice bunt for Reese Johnson that moves Ryan Flores up to second base with only 1 out, as that'll send up the right fielder, number 12, Jonathan Tapia, runner on second base, just 1 out here in the 7th.
I actually really like that move by Coach Oroz to get Reese Johnson to bunt Ryan Flores over to second base with one of the hottest hitters as of late, Jonathan Tapia, stepping into the box. He's 0 for 0 today with a couple walks, and can absolutely make something happen if he can get some good wood on it. And then if he can get on base, maybe perhaps drive in Ryan Flores from second. it'd be something to see with the top of the order coming up to bat.
As the first pitch to Jonathan Tapia missed away for ball one. 1-0 the count, as all night long Brock Booker has had a tough time throwing Tapia strikes. Big gap out there in right center if Jonathan Tapia can guide one out there. It's the 1-0 pitch is taken down the middle for strike one. Count back to even here, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Jonathan Tapia not afraid to take a walk at all. He's already done it twice in this ball game. Did it 2 times yesterday, but if he gets his pitch, he should absolutely explode on it.
It's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball popped foul. That one's going to get out of play. Engstrom gave it a look. No play to be had there as Tapia falls behind here. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and is going to have to choke up and protect here with 2.
Yeah, that curveball's absolutely devastating. It doesn't even look like a curveball coming out of his hand, and then it just sort of falls off. Let's see if he goes back to it right here. He comes back with a hard fastball.
That's the 1-2 pitch. It was a curveball again. Tapia able to get enough of it to foul it straight back. Good battle here for Jonathan as he tries to get the Generals within a run here. He does represent the tying run at the plate. Does not have a home run on the summer, but boy, would that be a crazy, crazy sight if he's able to get one over the wall here.
I'd say it'd be a lot like Rajai Davis in the Game 7 of the Indians-Cubs World Series when he hit that clutch home run to tie the ball game up, as that pitch missed downstairs for ball number 2. Count evens at 2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Jonathan Tapia gets ready to make something happen.
And the 2-2 pitch, a fastball swung on and missed. A good pitch on the outside corner there, and Brock Booker records another strikeout tonight, and it'll be up to number 44, Tanner Roach, to try to get the Generals within a run.
Come on, Tanner, let's see something happen. He's singled so far, tallying a 1 for 3 day. He's got to come up clutch right here for the Generals if they want to have a real shot at making something happen tonight.
As he takes a curveball upstairs for ball 1, 1-0 the count. The offensive player of the year for the Generals stands in the on-deck circle, and Kobe Potvin. Love to get him an at-bat in the inning. We'll see what Tanner can make happen here. It's the 1-0 pitch. Is a curveball in there on the outside corner, strike 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That curveball is absolutely devastating. However, it does look like Booker is kind of relying on it so far. He might be feeling it a little bit, and the Twins do have a lefty in the bullpen.
She grounds that one to the third baseman, Flores, who throws a strike across in time for out number 3. Generals are able to get on the scoreboard here in the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th, still trailing 3-1. Leading off the top of the 8th inning here for the Twins, number 7, Mike Mineta, as he'll face Jonathan Jimenez, who's looking to throw up another 0, get the Generals back in the dugout to tie this one up.
And this is the first time Mineta hasn't come up with runners on. It's interesting to see what he'll do.
As he laces that one into left center field, going to be a tough play for Roach, who lays out and can't make the play, and that one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Cut off and left by Kobe Pavin, and Mineta's going to have a stand-up double here to start things off in the 8th. Not the start you're looking for if you're the Generals. We'll see if Jonathan Jimenez can work his way out of this one, as the Generals really can't afford to give up any more runs, as this 2-run deficit has already been quite the task to overcome so far tonight, as Jimenez will face number 33 Harrison Ingstrom in another possible bunting situation.
Ingstrom so far tonight, 1 for 3, strikeout, a line out, and a single as he squares around a bunt.
Gets it down perfectly to the pitcher Jimenez, who flips to first in time for out number 1. As the Twins do the smart thing there, sacrifice and get a runner to third base less than 2 outs, with number 10 Hudson Hopkins stepping to the plate, as the Generals infield will be brought in now. Jonathan Jimenez looking for a strikeout or some soft contact on the infield here, as the first pitch to Hopkins is a slider check swing. He didn't go, ball 1. 1-0 the count.
And Jimenez came in to face Hopkins for his first batter and able to strike him out. Let's see if he can do it again right here. It'd be absolutely huge for momentum.
It's the 1-0 pitch. A fastball stays upstairs, ball 2, as he quickly falls behind Hudson Hopkins here. 2 balls, no strikes. The 9-hole hitter, Matt Casamus, stands in the on-deck circle for the Twins. And the 2-0 pitch. Fastball ripped into right field. That's going to get a run home easily and get over the head of Jonathan Tapia and roll all the way to the wall. Hopkins might have 3. Going to need a perfect relay, and he stops there at second base with a stand-up double as he drives in Mike Mineta with a rocket to right field, and the Twins get that run right back, now leading 4-1.
And that brings up Matt Casamus, who has reached base twice on a couple errors. Also struck out looking in his most recent plate appearance, as the Generals now trail the Twins 4-1. You got to get out of here with only that 1 run across and only 2 more chances if you're the Generals.
It's the first pitch to Casamus off the glove of Skinner. Hopkins unable to advance on the play, but that one missed up for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
And now Jimenez falls behind 1-0. Nothing in the Generals bullpen as far as I can see.
They do have some action actually out in the bullpen. I believe that's number 41, Brent A. Bear, getting loose. We'll see if Jimenez can work his way out of this one, as the 1-0 pitch to Casamus misses upstairs, ball 2. 2-0, and Jonathan Jimenez falling behind in the count. Not a good recipe here, as the Twins can just sit on a fastball right here. We'll see if he can make a good pitch to get back in the count. As the 2-0 pitch is a fastball upstairs, swung on and missed for strike 1. Casamus helps out Jimenez there. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now.
And it's a bit surprising that the Generals have come out so flat tonight, not even able to get a run on the board until the last inning, and then Jimenez ends up giving that run right back.
The 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Jimenez doing a nice job here of battling back, as he's got the count back to even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Jimenez doing a great job at battling back right there as he fell behind, now able to even up the count. And now let's see if Jimenez can get out of this jam right here, strike out another batter, and then get to the top of the order with 2 outs.
The 2-2 pitch, a slider swung on ground to the third baseman Reese Johnson, gives the runner at second a look and throws a strike across the diamond in time for out number 2. Good comeback there for Jonathan Jimenez, and a nice play by Reese Johnson gets us our second out here in the 8th as the Twins are back to the top of the lineup with number 5 Reese Duran stepping in. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs.
Reese Duran so far tonight able to reach on a fielder's choice way back in the 3rd inning, able to walk in the 7th inning. Now let's see if Jimenez can get him out right here.
As he pulls the string on a changeup there, and Duran was way out in front for strike 1. 0-1 the count.
Oh, 1 the count right here. Jimenez gets his sign from Skinner. Let's see if Jimenez comes back with that lively fastball of his.
0-1 pitch. A slider in there for strike 2. Duran couldn't believe it, thought that one was up. But Jimenez gets ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes, and has plenty of pitches to work with here.
Yeah, and that slider right there got a little bit of reaction from the crowd as it surprised even them as they start the slow clap trying to get this batter out.
0-2 pitch. Tried a back foot slider there. Misses inside. Looked like Duran wanted to offer at it. Was able to hold up as the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, 1-2 count right here. Jimenez gets his sign. You got to think he's coming back with the fastball right here, Judson.
The 1-2 pitch. Fastball it was, and he fouls it straight back. Duran was all over that one. Just missed it and stays alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Jimenez also has that changeup in his back pocket. Don't forget about that, Judson. Would love to see it right here. Pull the string possibly after he threw the fastball and the slider the last 2 pitches.
It's a 1-2 pitch. Is the change? No, he went with the fastball. Swing and a miss from Reese Duran. Retires the side. A little jawing right now between Marshall Skinner and Reese Duran. Doesn't escalate to much as the first base coach comes running down. Tension's running high here as we head to the bottom of the 8th, trailing 4-1. Only 6 outs remaining in the General Summer. Looks like the day is going to be done, surprisingly, for number 30, Brock Booker, as he did exceed the 100 pitch mark. Booker had quite the outing tonight and is going to hand it over to the young lefty, number 1, Ram Maldonado, who will have to go through the heart of the Generals' order here in the bottom of the 8th with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up, starting with number 8, Kobe Potvin. Got to get base runners here if you're the Generals.
And if you're a Generals fan, this is absolutely the heart of the order, and you want these guys up right here. And it looks like Booker's going to end up going 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, 5 walks, striking out only 2, and then was responsible for the 1 run that came across.
As the first pitch from Maldonado, a fastball in there for strike 1 to Potvin as he falls behind, no balls and a strike.
Kobe so far tonight 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice back in the first, drew a walk in the third, and then flew out in the 5th.
So he rips one down the right field line, but it stays foul for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes now the count here to Kobe. So he's going to have to choke up and protect.
Come on, Kobe, start something off right here. These Generals fans need to get behind something. If the Generals can score a run in this inning right here, these fans would go nuts.
The 0-2 pitch lined up the middle. Clutch piece of hitting there by Kobe Potvin as he just sticks his barrel out there and gets a single in what could be his last at-bat of the summer for the Generals. Good approach there from Kobe, and that's the start you're looking for as a Generals fan, as that sends up number 7, the shortstop, Peyton Robertson. If Peyton can get on right here, that'd set things up for the catcher, Marshall Skinner, who's had a flair for the dramatic. Hit a grand slam in Brazos Valley to give the Generals the win over the Bombers. We'll see if we can get to that situation, as Peyton's got to get on here.
Yeah, Peyton quiet so far tonight. He's got to get on right here.
So that ball skips up there. Kobe with a great read. Ingstrom, no play to throw him out. Great base running there by Kobe Potvin as he moves up 90 feet. It is now in scoring position as Peyton Robertson looks to drive him in here. And this shaky start from Maldonado is going to draw a visit from the head coach. We'll be right back after this visit. Quick meeting there from the Twins head coach, and we're back ready for some baseball. Peyton Robertson ahead in the count here, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Peyton Robertson so far tonight been pretty quiet, able to reach once on a fielder's choice. Nothing else for him. He's got to come through right here.
It's the 1-0 pitch, misses upstairs, ball 2. Great hitters count here for Peyton Robertson. Got to make sure it's something in his zone ahead in the count, 2-0.
If you're Peyton right here, you're licking your lips for a fastball.
2-0 pitch right down the middle, strike 1. Looked like he was taken all the way there, making Maldonado come in the zone. As Maldonado does just that, and the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, never mind. I'll stay quiet now, Judson, as Peyton Robertson looks for the 2-1 pitch.
The 2-1. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 3. And right back in another great hitters count here, 3 balls, 1 strike. Generals 1 ball away from bringing the tying run to the plate in the form of Marshall Skinner. Would love to see that happen here, as Maldonado's got to come back in the zone. And the 3-1 pitch is a curveball. Wow, great pitch there from Maldonado. Wasn't expecting that. Pitching Robertson backwards, and a lot of confidence in that off speed there. So he drops a curveball perfectly in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Huge pitch coming in this ball game.
Yeah, that was a bold move, Judson, with throwing the curveball with 3-1.
Payoff pitch, curveball. Peyton stayed on it that time, fouls it off into the Generals' dugout to stay alive and see at least 1 more pitch here.
Huge pitch right here, 3-2. Peyton Robertson definitely not afraid to take a walk right here if it's too far out of the zone. Let's see what happens as the catcher sets up inside.
Next payoff pitch, swung on, looped out into shallow center field. Going to be caught by the second baseman, Randall, for out number 1. Pitch might have been a little up. Peyton trying to protect the plate, unable to come up with a clutch hit there, as it'll be Marshall Skinner now for the Generals. Runner on second base, one out. As the Generals now down to their final 5 outs.
Marshall Skinner has some unbelievable pop in his bat, and if he can get a hold of one right here, this place would love him for forever, as this is Marshall Skinner's third season as a General.
So the first pitch he sees a fastball right down the middle. He was a little late on it and comes up empty. No balls and a strike to count.
Marshall Skinner definitely needs to get a base hit right here for the Generals, as this lefty looks to be a little bit wild. But you got to get your pitch, and you got to get one. You got to get a base hit right here.
It's the 0-1 pitch. Kobe Poppin taking off for third. It bounces up there, and he's going to be in there without a throw. Good choice there by Kobe Poppin. A great pitch to run on, as it might have been a changeup that skipped up there. Marshall Skinner evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That was a great take by Marshall Skinner, able to recognize the changeup out of the hand, see it in the dirt, and then a good break by Kobe Potvin as he was able to time it up. Now all we need is for Marshall Skinner to put a ball at least on the ground to score Kobe Potvin.
As he takes a fastball down and in right there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, the tying run stands in the on-deck circle right now in the form of Zach Vuletic. Got to get him to the plate with 2 runners on here, or possibly just a runner on if Marshall Skinner can come through with a base hit here and score Kobe Potvin.
Yeah, good situation for Skinner to be in.
The 2-1 pitch misses upstairs, ball 3. Another hitter's count here for a General. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Maldonado went to the curveball in this situation last time to Robertson. We'll see what he decides to do here to a dangerous Generals hitter.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes curveball, but if you're Skinner right here, you got to be thinking fastball all the way.
It's a 3-1 pitch. It is a fastball,
Wow.
and it's hammered down the left field line, but way foul. He was ready for that fastball, just a way too out in front of it. As the count runs full here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Maldonado can go with whatever he wants here. Skinner still got to be looking for the fastball and got to react to that curveball here.
I dare you to throw it again. I dare yous.
And here comes the payoff pitch from Maldonado. Fastball swung on, grounded to the shortstop. That is going to get a run home. Flores makes the strong throw across in time for out number 2. Generals do get a run across here to narrow the Twins' lead to 4-2, but are down to their last 4 outs now with number 16, Zach Vuletic, stepping to the plate. We'll see if Zach can get something going with 2 outs here. Generals known to do damage with 2 outs. Let's see what Zach has in mind here. As the first pitch from Maldonado is a curveball that stays upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
Big situation for Vuletic. He's 0 for 2 on the day, able to draw the walk in his last at-bat.
The 1-0 pitch is lined on a hop to the second baseman, Ryan Randall, who fields it on a big hop and retires Zach Vuletic at first base. Generals do get one back here in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th, still trailing 4-2. Jonathan Jimenez back out to pitch here in the top of the ninth inning as he'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Twins, leading things off number 18, Ryan Randall. If you're Jimenez, you have to throw up a 0 here and give the Generals a chance to walk it off or tie the ball game in the bottom of the ninth. As the first pitch to Randall's ripped into right field, Tapia going back to the track, to the wall, and making the play. Couple steps from the wall for out number 1.
Yeah, that one was scary right there. First pitch, almost hit it out of there right as you said we need a 0. And if the Generals can hang a 0 right here, I like our chances, even with the bottom half of our order coming up and Lee Thomas up right now for the Twins. He has a hat trick and reached on a fielder's choice. Let's see if we can get him the golden sombrero right here, Jonathan. And the pitch from Jimenez.
Misses upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 now to Lee Thomas as Jonathan Jimenez is trying to get the Generals back in the dugout with a chance to walk it off.
And man, this place would go crazy should that happen, as that pitch misses in the dirt, bounced. Marshall Skinner not able to keep it in front of him, and the count goes to 2-0 now. Jimenez gets his sign from Skinner, looking to get Thomas out yet again.
The 2-0 pitch misses upstairs for ball 3, and after a 1-pitch out to Ryan Randall, Jonathan Jimenez has fallen behind Thomas here, 3 balls and no strikes. J.J. Flores standing in the on-deck circle for the Twins.
And Christian Boulware also now on deck as that pitch misses outside for ball number 4.
We'll see if Jonathan Jimenez can get a ground ball right here, get the Generals back in the dugout, as there's 1 on and 1 out for J.J. Flores.
And J.J. Flores, so far tonight, 1 for 3, able to draw a walk in his last plate appearance. Let's see if Jimenez can get a ground ball.
See, there's the first pitch slider in there for strike number 1. 0-1 now to the Twins' third baseman tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball in there for strike number 2. Couple of perfect pitches there from Jonathan Jimenez. Gets him way ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Absolutely, and it was a great answer to what happened on the last at-bat to Lee Thomas.
So that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Lee Thomas thought about moving up. The side's better of it as Marshall Skinner was able to keep it around him. And Jonathan Jimenez sits down J.J. Flores on 3 pitches, as that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 16, Christian Boulware. 1 on, 2 outs now for the Twins.
And Christian Boulware, so far tonight, 1 for 3, able to single in his second plate appearance. Also has a walk and a run scored. And if you're Jimenez right here, you got to strike him out or at least get him out and give your guys a chance here in the bottom of the ninth.
So that first pitch slider must have missed just a bit inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Jimenez with a little shake of the head on that one. Couldn't believe that one wasn't called a strike. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball, popped into left field. Should be playable for the left fielder, Kobe Potvin. He has a read on it and squeezes it for out number 3. Well, folks, this is it. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Generals down to their last 3 outs, trailing 4-2, trying to walk this one off. And we're ready to begin the bottom of the ninth here. It's going to be number 99, Kyle Moose, to lead things off against number 1, Ram Maldonado. Nerves running high on both sides here. Critical for Kyle to get on here to start off the ninth. Give the Generals a lot of energy in the dugout. Everyone's up on their feet on the netting, trying to cheer the Generals on to victory here.
And you heard in unison, a giant Moose cheer.
The first pitch to him's in there for strike number 1, a fastball right down the middle. Much to the chagrin of the fans here, but I will say that was a strike. 0-1 the count.
And Kyle Moose now down 0-1. Let's see if he can get something started for the Generals here with their backs against the wall.
The 0-1 pitch misses outside, ball 1. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You gotta love this situation. Kids dream about it. Being down in the bottom of the ninth with you and your team, hopefully able to come back. Let's see if we can do it right here.
So the 1-1 pitch is fouled off the face mask of Harrison Engstrom, and he goes down in a heap. That one looked to get him somewhere. He's been banged up tonight behind the plate. Let's hope he's okay. Looks like that caught Engstrom on the right arm there. That one's definitely going to leave the mark. Looks like he's going to be tough enough to stay in the game. Props to Harrison Engstrom behind the plate. Catching his second game in 3 days, which is never an easy thing to do. So he's going to try to loosen that arm back up with the pitcher Maldonado, who's gotten ahead of Kyle Moose here. 1 ball and 2 strikes, as Kyle's going to have to choke up and protect here.
You gotta be careful with that big hook that this lefty has. But you gotta be aware of the fastball. You just gotta be ready for anything, and it's a lot easier said than done. As Kyle Moose looks to step in the box in this do or die situation for the Generals.
And here comes the 1-2 pitch to Kyle Moose. Curveball swung on, popped foul, playable for Lee Thomas, who squeezes it for out number 1. Not what they're looking for as a Generals fan here, as they're now down to their final 2 outs of the summer, with number 52 Ryan Flores stepping into the box.
And Ryan Flores, Flo coming into the box. Let's see if he can start something for the Generals. As we've seen so many times this summer, Ryan Flores has been able to start a rally, and we're going to need him to do it right here with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning.
It's the first pitch to Flores, a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. If the Generals can get a runner on base, they'd bring the tying run to the plate. Got to be thinking that way right now if you're Flores. As here comes the 0-1 pitch from Maldonado. Curveball taken for ball 1. Good take there from Flores, as we've seen him chase that pitch a couple times this series. Nice job of laying off there, and the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and if you're Ryan Flores, you absolutely need to get a base hit or on base at all right here.
That 1-1 pitch is hammered into deep center field. Duran going back, way back to the wall, and makes the play, slamming into the wall. Holy cow, what a play. Oh my goodness gracious. Reese Duran, that's been the story of the ball game so far. A lot of hard hit balls from the Generals. Just not in the right spot, as Reese Duran made one heck of a play right there, slamming into the wall after the catch. And after that catch, the Generals are now down to their final out. Tip of the cap there.
Absolutely.
Can't do much more if you're Ryan Flores there. Hit that ball on the screws.
He hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark too, which is so frustrating, because if he even pulls it just a hair, it gets out of here in a hurry. Unfortunately for the Generals and for Ryan Flores, We're now down to our final out of the summer with Reese Johnson stepping into the plate, and we're still down by 2 runs. Had that gotten out, I think it would have been a huge momentum shift, and the Generals might have been able to overcome this 2-run deficit right here.
It's the first pitch to Reese Johnson. Skips up there for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And as you've heard throughout watching baseball, the last out of the ball game is the toughest one to get. We'll see if the Generals can keep that saying true here as the 1-0 pitch is in there on the outside corner, strike 1. Count back to even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I'm a little surprised that Coach Oros is letting Reese Johnson hit right here on this lefty-lefty matchup. Let's see if Reese Johnson can come through.
It's the 1-1 pitch, fouled into the Generals' dugout, and the count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Generals down to their last strike of the summer. We'll see what Reese can do here. See if he can battle back and get on base. Give Jonathan Tapia a chance to tie this ball game.
1-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. You're down to your last strike. We've seen it so many times before where teams have been able to come through with 2 outs, even down to their last strike, and get it out.
It's the pitch to Reese Johnson. He got enough of it to stay alive. Fouls it down the first baseline. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Jonathan Tapia waits on deck. All the Generals fans and players on their feet right here cheering Reese Johnson on. He's got to get a base hit right here. These Generals fans are counting on it.
And here comes the 1-2 pitch from Maldonado. Slider swung on, fouled back as he's able to stay alive and see another pitch here. 1 ball, 2 strikes remains your count.
And let me just say, Judson, if this is our final game of the summer, it's been one heck of a pleasure calling ball games with you this second half of the season.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Let's hope it's not, as the 1-2 pitch from Reese Johnson is hammered into left field. If it stays fair, it's trouble, and it is fair. It's down the line. Reese Johnson going to have a stand-up double here to keep the Generals' season alive, and that'll send up number 12, Jonathan Tapia, with a chance to tie this one up. Clutch hitting there from Reese Johnson to keep this game going. Was down to his final strike and the final strike of the summer, but he's able to come up big there, and let's see if Jonathan Tapia can keep it going here.
Jonathan Tapia struck out in his last at-bat. You can't, all right, and if you're Jonathan Tapia, you know you don't have home run power, and you see that these outfielders are kind of playing you deep. You just got to stay within yourself right here. Don't change your approach at all. You just got to get a good ball that you can hit and hopefully drive into the outfield.
It's the first pitch to Tapia. Skips up there for ball 1. 1-0 the count. And as Patrick was saying, definitely don't want to try to do too much here. Just pass it along to the next guy. Try to get the next guy up should be the mindset of these Generals hitters now. 1-0 the count here to Jonathan Tapia, looking to extend this ball game to another hitter.
Just stay within yourself right here. That's what I was always told. It always worked wonders for me in these situations.
The 1-0 pitch is a curveball. A beauty dropped in there for strike 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And these Generals fans are starting to cheer on Jonathan Tapia right here. Hopefully getting him a really good pitch to hit. Hopefully getting to this pitcher as Jonathan Tapia looks to get this 1-1 pitch.
And the 1-1 pitch is a fastball, almost hits him. No,
they said it didn't hit him.
They're going to say it didn't hit him.
Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
They're going to say the ball didn't hit him. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike, and Ram Maldonado had some words to say there to Jonathan Tapia. Interesting call there from the home plate umpire. Not sure why Jonathan Tapia would fake like he got hit. You don't see that very often in baseball. Regardless, the count moves to 2-1 in favor of Tapia. He wants to swing the bat anyway. We'll see what he can come up with here.
And that's the second time it's happened today that we've seen a General get hit, and this home plate umpire has not called it.
The 2-1 pitch taken nicely there by Jonathan Tapia on a curveball. Down and in, ball 3, and he's in a great hitter's count here. 3 balls and a strike, looking for a fastball, middle. Trying to be on time. Hit one in a gap.
Great situation for Jonathan to be in right here. Can't try to do too much. You got to get a base hit right here. Take a walk. Either way, it's just as good, and you pass it along to your next hitter.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on, fouled off his foot at the plate.
Home plate umpire sees that one.
And the count runs full here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Generals down to their final strike again here tonight. We'll see if Jonathan Tapia can do a little Reese Johnson impression and hit one down the line for extra bases. Biggest pitch of the ball game coming here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ram Maldonado looking to close this one out for the Twins.
Man, I'd love it to see if Jonathan Tapia and Tanner Roach can get on and give way to Kobe Potvin.
It's the 3-2 pitch. Misses, down and in, ball 4. Reese Johnson going to try to get the third.
He's there.
Short hops him, and he's in there safely. Risky play there from Reese Johnson as that ball caromed off the backstop very hard. Harrison Engstrom had a play. Wasn't sure he did. Short hopped it to the third baseman. Reese Johnson slides in safely. And that's going to bring up Tanner Roach, the winning run, number 44. He has a couple home runs on the summer, but as we've said before, got to stay within yourself here. Don't try to do too much. Can never try to hit a home run here. Just trying to make solid contact. As Jonathan Tapia stands on first base, he's the tying run. If he can get into scoring position here, that'd be huge for the Generals.
I don't know about you, Justin, but my heart's beating at 1,000,000 miles an hour, as I imagine Tanner Roach is, as well as Maldonado.
It's the first pitch to Tanner Roach. Skips up there, ball 1. 1-0 here to Tanner Roach. And as we said, the last out of the ball game is the hardest one to get. We'll see if Tanner can get a run home here or get on base and give the Offensive Player of the Year, Kobe Potvin, a chance to tie this ball game up or win it. Heck, if Tanner wants to win it right here, I'm all for it. The 1-0 pitch, fastball in there, strike 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I think that's what Coach Oros told Tanner Roach right there. I think he told him to take until he got a strike. He should be able to swing away right here. Let's see if Tanner Roach can get a base hit, drive in Reese Johnson, and move Jonathan Tapia.
The 1-1 pitch now to Tanner. Swung on, lifted over the shortstop's head. It might get down, and it does.
Let's go!
Loops into left field for a base hit, and Tanner Roach brings in a run here, and the score moves to 4-3, and it's going to be Kobe Potvin stepping to the plate with a chance to tie this ball game up. Holy cow, what a ball game do we have here. Ram Maldonado was cruising through the first 2 hitters here in the bottom of the 9th. A Reese Johnson double, followed by a Jonathan Tapia walk. Now a Tanner Roach single has the Generals within a run. Kobe Potvin, a chance to tie this one up. Could win it with the speed of Roach if he can hit a ball in the gap. We'll see what Kobe's thinking on the first pitch here. Peyton Robertson standing in the on-deck circle for the Generals, who's definitely due. As the first pitch to Kobe, a fastball in there for strike 1 as he falls behind, no balls and a strike.
Yeah, and a good approach, unfortunately, for the Generals, as we've seen a couple first pitch fastballs that look really good. Looks like the Generals are taking until they get a strike. But Kobe Potvin, Offensive Player of the Year, huge situation to be in with the tying run on second base, winning run on first base.
Can't think of a better person you want up here if you're a Generals fan. Kobe Potvin has come through so many times this summer. We'll see if he can do it once more here. It's the 0-1 pitch from Maldonado. Another fastball. This one's upstairs for ball 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Man, Justin, I tell you what, I am so excited right now. It's going to be fun to watch Kobe Potvin right here.
Maldonado ready to deliver a 1-1 pitch. Ripped into left field, could be trouble. Kasemis in and makes the play for out number 3. Kobe Potvin lines out to left field to end this ball game.
Oh, and
the Generals come up just short. A lot of tension. Tension's high here as Jonathan Tapia talking to the pitcher, Ram Maldonado. And that's going to be the end of the ball game. A great season for the Generals comes up just short of a championship bid as they fall to the Twins 4-3. As Patrick mentioned before, it's been an absolute pleasure to call the ball games this summer for you and all the General fans out there. Until next summer, everyone, don't forget, go Generals.